Hey everybody, it's Melanie Hinds. Welcome to my daily summary, the fastest summary on the net for the Iraqi dinar. I used to work for Price Waterhouse. I was an auditor. I audited banks. I audited big global companies, was offered the CFO position 3 times before the age of 32. So I bring a unique perspective to this. And I also have a unique intel source from the coalition forces. We call them SAM, Secret Agent Man, but one of them that I can name, because the rest are under NDAs because of the timing of this, because this thing is so super close. So there was a lot of intel today. I discussed everything in detail this morning along with my perspective. So this is just my daily summary. One thing I will note that I want to talk in detail was today, the Iraqis Coordination Framework, they call it the CF, C as in Charlie, F as in Frank, are set to meet on Monday, today, with top officials from the security sector and the Popular Mobilization Force to discuss critical security and economic matters, a political source told them. So they met today. I haven't gotten the update, but I'm telling you that they're meeting today. So let's pray that this helps. The meeting was to be held at the office of the Badr Organization Secretary General Hadid al-Amiri, and it'll include the National Security Advisor Qasim al-Araji and the PMF Chairman Fali al-Fayad. So key topics on the agenda are the Security Memorandum of Understanding between Iraq and Turkey, the country's financial and economic situation, and the selection of Iraqi's ambassadorial posts, the source added. So the coordination framework is an alliance of Shiite political groups and factions in Iraq formed after the 2021 elections to counterbalance the Sadrist movement. And so, guys, they're meeting today. And guys, let's just summarize everything today was that there are more agreements. They're working with more companies. They're getting everything set. They're still de-dollarizing. $255 million were sold today. And then now we've got the summary of everybody here in the U.S. Now, this has a variety of sources, and we don't know what their position really is, but I'm just going to read it because guys, once you understand the bigger picture, when you're an auditor with Price Waterhouse, you learn to get the bigger picture before you drill down into the details, because unless you understand the bigger picture, then you don't really understand what you're looking at. You know, you've ever heard the term, you can't see the forest for the trees. So if you're stuck on just one tree, you don't see the forest. I specialize in seeing the big picture, which is why I have a Miracle Manifestation membership where I explain to you the digital systems, how it affects us here in America, and how it's being implemented in Iraq as a test market. The greater level of security and stability is being run through. That's why they're starting to process people through their judicial system and their court system for money laundering and such, because they can track everything now through the digital systems. And again, I discuss that all as my Miracle Manifestation memberships on my channel. So consider subscribing to that. There's 30 hours of content there where I walk you through all of it. How do you stay free? Even if the big governmental system clamps down, you can still have some freedom if you start now. It takes some planning, but you can do it. So now back to the Iraqi news. So this is Guru Claire, I guess she works with Frank, article, Prime Minister's advisor, central bank decisions contribute to reducing inflation rates in the country. Quote, the financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazhar Mohammad Salih, explained that the decisions of the central bank contribute to reducing inflation rates in the country and pointed out that economic growth contributes to strengthening the value of the local currency. Militiaman, why is Salih, the financial advisor, talking so much about enhancing the value of the local currency? Isn't that what we're waiting for? He referenced an article, quote, central banks' policies play a major role in the stability of the currency, which achieves harmony between the internal value of the currency and the external value. He added, a booming and sustainable economic growth in GDP contributes to enhancing the value and stability of the currency. Salih is openly talking about the value of their local currency, internal, external value, reducing inflation, stability of the value of the currency, strength of the national currency, enhancing the value of the currency. It's off the charts. They talk about being historic with language like that. I'm looking forward to something that's going to be historic, not the rate we see now. RayRen 98. Some 3-letter agencies have champagne on ice. Some have popped their cork already. I'm still waiting for rock solid confirmation before I grab my bottle from the ice. Frank 26. Via Firefly, Sudani told us the upcoming year the mechanism would be fully engaged to give the citizens maximum benefit. Frank said, he didn't say next year. I think he's talking about the year 2024 because the commercials should be next. And if that's the case, what they show you in those commercials has to be given to you very quickly. They cannot be a gap between telling you and giving them to you, right? They're educating people on the lower denoms they're going to get so that there's no eruption with all of a sudden getting lower denoms, right? It always coincides with a nominal rate change. They're going to reduce 3 decimal points, move the decimal point over. I discussed that in detail this morning with the board, explaining that in detail. This is not a lop of the currency. There is no such thing as a 25 note or 25K note going to 25. There's only going to be, just like there are in the US, there's $1, a $5, a $10, a $20, a $100, a $50, etc. So that's the same kind of currency they're going to have in Iraq when they get this new nominal rate. Okay. And then how long is that going to take to go international? We all have to wait and see. Okay. So let's see. I hope that explains something. If it does, comment down below. Mountain Goat says, I was told Wednesday in my conversation with my CBI contact that Baghdad now has installed the huge TV screens. They also told me they're getting ready to broadcast the swap out of the currency video. They do not expect to conduct the swap out until late this year after the U.S. elections, and my information tells me that January is most appropriate. What do you think? Comment down below. It's anybody's guess, guys. Nobody knows. If anybody tells you they know, they're lying. We're all just waiting with bated breath. Some of us more excited than others. I am very optimistic. God told me to tell you 2 years ago it was done so that he could prepare you. And he brought me the 3 strategies, the 3 steps to accept, to a safe exchange, the pre-RV, the post-RV, and the exchange day strategies. So if you'd like those strategies, I will pin a comment down below where you can order those strategies. I will also put the details of the strategies and to email me also beneath this video under this video. Mountain Goat says, I was told Wednesday in my conversations with their CBI contact that Baghdad now has installed TV screens. They also told me they're getting ready to broadcast the swap out of the currency. They do not expect to conduct the swap out till late this year. After the U.S. elections. I think I already read that for the second time. Oh, well, guys, I'm tired today. I started out tired. I'm still tired. I didn't get a nap. And I'll go live at 5. Mark Z, PM Sudani in the news this week was asked if they were planning on revaluing the Iraqi currency. And he answered, yes, they were. During his administration. Not sure how much longer he has got, but this is a huge one. He is telling us the goal during his administration is adding value and removing the zeros from the Iraqi dinar. Thank you, Mark, for bringing that. Claire read from an article that said passing the investment law within 2 weeks. What are the positives? Oh, I don't know. What do you think? Samson, 100% complete. A government advisor announces the completion of the development road begins. Guys, the development road project is a Chinese 100-year initiative to connect the East and the West. And the Grand Fall port in Iraq is a big part of that. China is heavily invested in Iraq's success, as is the U.S., as is rumored the U.S., Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, very wealthy people are invested in the Iraqi dinar. Even JP Morgan Chase's CEO, Jamie Dimon, or did he retire? There was rumors that he might, also said that the Iraqi dinar is going to save the world. And he was at the World Economic Forum sitting between the chairman of the board or the governor of the central bank and the prime minister, al-Sudani. So Jamie Dimon is heavily invested in this, and he's invested in it going off because his banks are going to be the majority of the redemption centers, according to one of the intel sources here. Let's see. Fun Lou, here's something you can take to the bank. Wells Fargo and JP Morgan Chase have the concession for exchanging the dinar in America, and Standard Chartered has the concession in Canada and England. So take a note of that. Seems I recall they will have Australia too, but don't hold me to that. They also talked about, I think there was rates here too. I got to find, everybody likes to hear rates. We don't know the dates, of course, but some people were talking about the rates. Guys, it's. I think they were saying 480 the dinar and 225 for the dong. So, guys, what do you think? Those have always been the rates have been batted around. By the way, I could be wrong, but I could be right too. Who knows? I believe that, let's see. Oh, I can't find it now, but I did talk about it this morning. So you can get on this morning and hear about that. Guys, everything's coming in fast and furious. My contact said I will be one of the first ones to be notified. And again, I'm going live at 5. They're watching it very closely for us. A lot of them are under NDAs. There's a small group of coalition forces, and the higher ups are under NDAs. Some of the people I know and love, and they're still allowing lower, like Sergeant Scott, to give us intel, but only approved articles as they come out. So that's why I like to present both sides. That's why I like to prevent the people that have people on the ground that are not hampered by U.S. policy or military policy as far as how they can be released. But I still like my sources because my channel is all about truth, facts, and optimism, with the exception of this summary when I share everybody's information, with the exception with the lies where I tend to share everybody's information because, again, the big picture is what I'm looking at. That's what I've always looked at. I hope you appreciate that. I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell because I am unique in this community. And I'll see you live at 5. Bye.